Hey guys, this is Kirop speaking, and in today's 9th episode of Pro Cycling Manager 2016 with Dickie Speck, we are going to embark on the tour of Berlin, and this looks like, again, Sprinter's Paradise. Apart from the pretty long time trial of 25.3 kilometers length, we have flat stages, and they are more or less pancake flat apart from the very last stage. Also, we have just found out that our competitors, because this is an under 23 years old race, are really weak, so we may be gathering quite a few wins here if we don't mess it up. But now that we have found out that Speck is the perfect cannonball on the last few kilometers with surprise attacks, we may inch out quite a few wins here if we don't mess up like in some of the previous races. Alright, let's get into it. Well, despite our poor condition, Vilvoll and Speck are the favorites to win, so this will be exciting. I didn't know Mr. Vilvoll is such a young fellow as well, so obviously he is trying to grab some wins for me, and I will not allow that to happen. This will be fun. There are just 49 riders in this race. That is not that many. It's basically like a big escape group, or a or more like the autobus, like when a peloton is riding hard in the hills and there's a breakup happening. Usually the last group is called the autobus, because they are picking up all the riders who are too weak to continue really, and they're just riding a leisurely pace up the hills. So I don't expect this to be a really quick race, but let's see what comes out of it. Oh, what? Oh, that my alarm clock was just ticking over. We are almost at the end. I assume nothing much happened here. A tiny little hill there, and we have full bars. We have conserved our energy just about as well as Mr. Vilvoll, but we have a better shape today, and we are well positioned to get into the sprint. So yeah, we pop our bacon bar like 9 kilometers for the finish. We are currently riding at 54 kilometers an hour. That's not too fast. So yeah, all easy. Let's see what comes out of this one. I think I speed up a little just to make sure that I stay close to the... shut up, man.
Which will most likely end up in a mass sprint.
8 kilometers before the finish, and Speck bar is activated. They start riding a little faster, 58 kilometers an hour. That is quite fast. 62, 61. It's getting really fast. That is... Oh, they have a nice sprint train, as you can see here, from this team. So who's the sprinter? He isn't a sprinter, really. Okay, that's a sprint train for not a sprinter. I think they might fail quite hard. So Speck is just moving up. Moving up.
Into the last 5 kilometers.
And there's someone who caught my wheel here. I'm a bit suspicious of this. Maybe they tried to snatch it from me. But I should be strong enough to just keep at it. Who's this? Oh, he can sprint a little bit at least. So if I catch his rear wheel. And 3 kilometers left. 2 kilometers left. And soon they start going at it like crazy. So I think I switched this one over to 99. Oh, 99? That's so difficult. I think no, I'm waiting a little bit longer. So we follow along. 1.4, this is the 1 kilometer mark. And now there you go. Now there you go. So 99. We're accelerating. And now let's sprint. Sprint, sprint, sprint. Next back. You have to overtake Velvol.
Victory
Yes.
right on the line. A real
Ha ha
show
ha.
of power.
We got it.
The tail enders are still coming in.
Well, we're just third. That wasn't too good. Also, we had so much energy left. Could have had a bit better position there. But, I mean, third place. I won't complain about that. So today's stage is a pretty long time trial. 25.3 kilometers long. And we have the third to last starting position. Because there's only 49 riders in the field. So we gotta check out what is going on here. Let's see. So this rider is riding at an average of 170 and he's doing pretty well. He's matching the yellow bar with the blue bar. And as we remember, that is blue bar is the distance left to the finish line, and the yellow bar is how much energy you have left. And the stronger you're riding, the more you, the quicker you lose energy. But this is not linear in any way. This is more or less quadratic in nature. Like if you go really fast, then you just suck the whole bar empty in no time. And if you are going slowly, then this basically doesn't change and the distance only decreases. So there's a fine balance. And with cycling, this is a very interesting thing you have to keep in mind when riding, especially on more hilly stages, because if you're riding at 30 kilometers an hour on your normal bike in a reasonably upright position, like normal position you would be riding, there 90% of the total resistance you experience is from air resistance and only 10% is from rolling resistance. At the speeds those riders are riding, basically everything is the aerodynamic drag, and that means that you have to keep an eye on wind, but also your general speed and how you distribute your energy. I'll get him started now and then we continue talking about this physics stuff. Oh, and we have a really good daily shape. Look at that! Okay, time trial only +3. That isn't too good. That doesn't help us much, but would have been nice. Resistance does help with time trial, and that is a +5, which is amazing. So, yep, we should be doing better than Velvol, at least, who has a pretty rough shape. Can't check it out right now. So now we have to find a nice balance. We want to get around 170, and this is all flat right at the start. Yes, 170. We want to click this button again and maybe at 65. No, that is too much. Let's go down to 60. 69. Yeah, that is pretty much good. Let's see. There's a little hill here. Should be downhill now, and yep, they are keeping up. So that's a good start. We want to ride the stage as evenly as possible with our resources to best spend them. And one thing we have to keep in mind here is the wind, which is currently very low. The thing with wind resistance is, or aerodynamic drag, is that it is quadratic in nature. And that means that riding 35 versus riding 30, that is not just 5 kilometers worse, but rather you have to compare the squares of these two numbers. And that is a huge difference. So this is what is happening here and what you have to take into account. When you're riding up a hill, you are going slower because you have more energy to invest into getting up the hill. And when you are going slower like this, the wind resistance is much lower. So if you then take your energy and invest it more into riding up the hills faster, you actually complete the whole thing much faster, because if you're going faster on the flat or just keep an equal throttle throughout, that means that you will be going faster on the fast sections, where the wind and air resistance is quadratic in nature as everywhere else, but just takes a lot more energy from you. And then in the hill sections you're going slowly and the wind resistance isn't a thing, basically, because it's so steep. So what we are trying to do here is to optimize it, just as a practical example. What does this mean, Rob, you darn physicist? This means that what you want to do if you're time trialing is to go faster up the hill with more effort, and then take effort out when you're going downhill, and find a reasonably low effort rating you want to keep for the flat, where you gain this yellow bar and then use the yellow bar up and a little more for the uphill section. And this is what we are going to try out here. It won't help much if your time trial rating sucks that much, but well, I can demonstrate at least how this would be working. So now we are going up to 75, which is pretty hard riding, and this is just for this little hill. And then for the downhill we will drop it down to 55 to recuperate a little bit. So let's go. Make Speck. Go, go, go. So now the heart rate is spiking. We will be losing our resistance really quickly. But we are also moving up the hill much faster than we usually would. And now we are getting into the downhill. And we can drop it down to 55. And there we go. So now we have a lower heart rate and recuperated. So we are going slower downhill than we could, and we are going faster uphill than we could. And that more equalizes the air resistance, the power loss due to air resistance over the course of the stage, which is more energy efficient than just riding the same tempo throughout. We're getting closer to the finish line. The energy is decreasing quicker than the distance to the finish line. Just 1 kilometer left. This is looking pretty much perfect. And now we're out of energy, and there we go. Wow, okay. For such a terrible time trialer, for being such a terrible time trialer, we finished 14th, probably 15th, because there's one more to come. But that is an achievement, I would say. So yeah, there we go. We lost only 1 minute and 27 seconds. And this guy is a proper time trial rider. So that's the difference between a fat little cannonball and an Australian. The Australians are known for being good at time trial. I wonder why. So I'm pretty happy with the result overall. We didn't lose too much time, and maybe we have a chance to cut back on this loss of time during some of the upcoming stages if we place a final attack in there somewhere. Today we are not the favorite or second anymore, but someone else has crept forward and has taken place too, but Vilvol is still number 1. So maybe it's becoming a little bit more difficult, although I highly doubt it. At least this is a perfect sprint stage, very short too. And today we are the leader of the group, so we will have a little bit of protection going on. So what's with... oh, okay. Vilvol has some troubles today with his race day condition. This should be a pretty easy day, so we'll just speed through it as we see it. One attacker going. Now that we have a bit more of gaps established and established in leaders, it's a bit more settled down with who is allowed in a breakaway and so on. So It's all good. Today we got a race day condition of +1, not giving us any important stats apart from flat +1 and stamina +1, as well as resistance +1. That's neat, although it won't help us all that much. It is raining though, so we have to take care that we don't take another tumble.
A rider has fallen, and he's not getting back up. It looks
Yep,
like he'll
just
have to
like him,
abandon the
for
race.
instance. Oh,
Falling
ouch,
behind.
ouch, ouch.
A team leader is falling behind. Fall in the pack. Apparently, the leader is on the ground.
So 13 kilometers are left to go. We have almost reeled in the escapees, and our team has basically been doing all the work all day long. So it was going pretty well. And now we just need to make sure that we are advancing to the front and not take a create a fall right before the end. But they aren't going that fast. Once again, 43 kilometers an hour. So let me see if I can get some acceleration going when I stick out to the side here at 99. Yes, you can see that. That is quite a bit of a speed difference. Let's check. He's going 34 and we're going 46. So if I attack now into the corner, I think we might be able to get through. Let's try this out. The classic Speck attack. He is getting away. Yes, look at that. Such speed, it's amazing. This extra acceleration really helps. And his resistance is really good too. 20 seconds. There they are coming. And just 3 kilometers left. We are riding at 99, just max out. We still have lots of resistance left. And that should again be a win. Well, 25, 22 seconds. They are cutting down the lead. Ooh, there they are. Now the sprinters will be coming in, but too late for them. Too late for them. Yes, I think we even get some time. Let's see.
In the
Yes.
end, he found the resources to get this win.
Ah, we didn't quite make it. The difference was not large enough to be counted as a separate group, and yeah, that is unfortunate. So we didn't gain much on the current leader in time. So this is the 4th stage, and today Velvol is again the favorite, and we are back on 2nd place. And well, I think we know how to win now. Just have to perfectly time attacks right at the end, because there's no one who really can follow those in this kind of second-hand peloton, that is.
Make their life easy.
Oh man, -3 race day condition. That is a bit of a bummer, especially for the stamina and resistance, because this is a reasonably long stage today. Oh, camera is all the way around. And that means that it will be really tough to get anything going today. We are the race team leader though, so maybe someone is shielding us all the way to the end. I doubt we will make a big splash today, but we should be able to get some points for the point standing. This stage is just pancake flat and has 3 intermediate sprints. There are not enough sprinters up front to get all the points, so there's 1 second time left and 1 point, I think, for towards the sprint jersey. So the sprinters will be going for it, as you can see here. Velvol and this other dude here did try to get the single point, but I'm definitely not going to spend any effort on that today with today's race day condition, which is abysmal. That was interesting. Velvol also decided to try to get the last point in the final intermediate sprint, which is just 25 kilometers from the end. That, I would say, is a really dangerous thing to do, because now he has to try to get back his bars, his Mars bars, and with the heightened pace of the peloton, that might be a bit difficult.
10 kilometers remaining.
Only 10 kilometers remaining, and this Mr. Voiters here is really going for it. So maybe if we try to follow him instead, we might be a bit better. Oh, what the fuck? They're attacking? Alright, I think we have to counter this move. We pop our bacon bar and we go for the attack. And we try to get out on the other side. Or can we squeeze by on the right? No, we can't. Ah, for fuck's sake. Let me out. There we go. Now we're moving. So we're attacking, and I try to get past those bastards. Yes, 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 go, go, go. And this one should be the second one after our attack has died down. The Speck bar is in full operation mode now. We go to the effort cursor and just 99. Is it 99? 90%. Because it's still pretty far to go. 7 kilometers is a long way, especially if you have a resistance of with -6. Just 56. That is weak. So let's hope this lasts. These two guys shouldn't be a problem, because they have been out so long alone there. That should be good. So now we are going for the effort cursor. And Speck is just passing those. Yep, there we go. There we go. So where's your attack now, peloton? 25 seconds, 28 seconds, 31 seconds. And 3 kilometers left. We still have about a third of our resistance bar. So let's go for 90 here. Speed up a little more. We're riding... Ah, there's a curve coming. We're riding pretty fast, I think. Let's compare speeds. So 56, we were up to 56. 1 kilometer left. Lots of curves here. And final sprint. 50... Oop. Is this going uphill or is he just slow? Oh, he's slowing down. Okay, and he did it! But this time around, that was a massive gap towards the others. So I think we might be heading north in the general classification. Because we were only 1 minute 13 back. So if we do something similar tomorrow, just stomp the whole peloton, then we might win this tour. So in total we made it plus 55 seconds. That is really impressive. 1 minute on the final stretches with a +3... no, not +3. -3 race day condition. Not bad. I don't really know what happened there, to be honest. Because this dude was basically launching an attack and he did really well. But then couldn't keep up. Maybe he was also a bit exhausted and didn't have any sprint bar left when I passed them. Well, let's move on into the next race then.
The terrain, but at least the teams with sprinters won't be complaining.
Oh no.
And, of course,
now that is bad luck, it seems. -3 once again. Ah, Speck, what are you doing? That's not good. But anyway, we have to try and get a few more seconds, because we are in second place, 8 seconds down. So if we can find that somewhere, we need 8 seconds. Do you see this? This is just like a coffee riding tour. Like, let's have picnic, guys. No one wants to ride. Ah, now finally someone attacks. Alright, now things should become a little bit more organized up the hill. Oh, this is the only mountain classification tour there is, or stage there is. So whoever takes the most mountain points in this one will automatically win the jersey, and that is something pretty neat. But what the fuck are they doing? Can we tell our colleagues to start relaying at like 65 or something, because this is just far too slow. Yep, let's do this. He can go at 70. And who more do we have? We have this one. He should still continue to protect me. Now they need to somehow get through here. This is a bit challenging. Oh, no, not really. Now they're coming through. There we go. Now they're moving. After they have 11 minutes on the clock. Oh, Reuters has taken a tumble. He is one of the main guys. We're doing really well at railing in the escapees though. I may just drop their pace a little bit because they are starting to get into trouble here. So just slow down a little bit, keep a steady pace. 6 minutes, 100 kilometers to go. That's all looking pretty good. Now some other teams have taken over. Finally, 40 kilometers left to go. They are riding at a decent pace. I think we shall catch the escapees and I will get ready to launch an attack at some point. I really do need those 8 seconds. Although, oh yeah, I have only a -1 to acceleration and -1 to sprint. The only thing that really hurts here, I think, is the resistance, the lack thereof. 56, that is. It's pretty bad. Alright, here they are. The escapees are back in the field and we can focus on this nice little double hill. And there's a sprint train forming. What the hell is going on? Let's ride as hard as we can here. We don't want to leave them. Oh! Is this a situation again where they are slowing down and waiting for the others? No, they are pedaling. They are pedaling, so we can't attack here. But we should take position here. And we need to pop our bacon bar. Don't forget about that. Bacon bar popped. And we are riding at a really hard pace. They are going at it. This time they don't want to have me escaping them again. This would be a situation where I maybe can escape with this sharp corner. Everyone slowing down. And then me accelerating out of it a bit quicker. He has an acceleration of 67 though. And this one is in position 2. This would be hard. I don't know. I have lots of power left though. And I don't know if anyone else can ride as quickly as I can. But with this race day condition we really aren't that good. Then again, if I let it come down to a sprint, there's so much that can go wrong. So let's see if when we just move with the effort cursor, can come out a little quicker here. Not really, no, we can't. So we have to keep the position and wait for an opening. 4.7 kilometers left. This is really tough. So this we are at the back here. It is not a good position to be in right now, I think. Can I move up here? The last kilometer is on, so let's just sprint. But we can't. There we go. He's really fast. He's really fast, and yes, yes. that was close though. We timed it really well, and our sprint bar was almost empty. So, oh, yep. And that means we did it. We did it. We got the extra seconds we needed. And that's us, I think. We are sprinting. We are sprinting. And oof, this was really close. This was really, really close. Yep, Max Speck is the strongest. He is the strongest. And he, again, earned himself a big load of currywurst. In the general standings, sub 25. Well, I guess they are kind of equal to this standing, maybe. If this is a U23 race, then the minus 25 standings should be more or less the general standings. And as predicted, we had 8 seconds which we needed. We got 10 by coming first, and thus we won the tour. Well done, Mr. Speck. And that guy came in second again. He did a really good job though. And we even got all the jerseys apart from the mountain jersey. And, well, we didn't win as a team. Because they had all the Australians are time trialers, so no one even has a chance to catch them. Yeah, looking good. Anyway, I think this is a nice conclusion to this race, and we didn't gain much because we already won a tour before. So yeah, that's it for now. So that was the tour of Berlin, and I hope you enjoyed. See you guys next time.